Likutei Hashachar in the middle of Siman Ein Ches. So the Rebbe says the main thing, the Bechira, everything is totally in Bircot Adam. Everything depends on the will of the person. Because the land was given to people. In other words, what's happening in this world is guided and influenced by what people want. Basically, one of the things that the important and very profound thing that needs to be understood from this is that to a very great extent we are creating our own lives, which means what we really want. The Sfas Emes is saying that Kadosh Baruch Hu gives you whatever you want. The only problem is, quote unquote, is that he gives you what you really want, not what you think you want. So, if a person has in his envelope of comfort that he is a golden, he's a no good nick, he's worthless, he is not as good as anybody else, and whatever it is, and he's stupid, and he's whatever it is, that this is his opinion to himself. Usually, it's a result of a dynamic in the household. We spoke about it many times. In the household, everybody has his own role. You know, there is the one who is the mutzlachdik one. There's the one that argues with everybody. There's one who is to whom they always say, "Alavai that you were like the others," and there is one that the smart one and the stupid one, and the thing is, the person carries this conviction in his mind, and it shapes his life. Like somebody once said that when we were young, they told us that we were worth nothing, and we live our lives to justify it. In a way that justifies this opinion. Because that's what the person feels about himself. So the thing is, that even though he hates it. I mean, it's horrible, it feels horrible. But nevertheless, it feels safe, it feels comfortable, it's all subconscious. But a person basically creates his reality according to what he really wants. We spoke about it many times, like when somebody is not married, and he says he wants to get married, and he's not getting married. The truth is that deep down he doesn't want to get married. He's afraid of it, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, we spoke about it already before. So, it says, Hashem Yisboch Masar Bechira La'odam. Ukmo sheyesh koach ba'odam lelekach al tavoisav chas v'sholom. The very same way the person has a koyach, a ikar. A person has a koyach to follow his taivas, chas v'sholom, or le'efech, l'shaber livroach ma taivas, to run away from the taivas, v'losel merav v'lasel stov, step away from bad, and do good. And yesh lo koyach l'sgaber birtzoi, he has koyach, to utz himself on, and to fortify himself in his rotzen so much, until he will mamish force Kivyochel Kadosh Baruch Hu to give him what he wants. We see absolutely astonishing marvels about this. Whoever it is that actually notices it, like the Rebbe said, has a tremendous koyach. He says there are a lot of hidden things in it. Even he says that which I already understood in this, I also cannot say. The Rebbe just revealed just a little bit. Then you can see it b'chush. People go around fantasizing. A person, he or she is married to somebody, and marriage is, some is more pleasant, some is less pleasant. So then comes a dimion into the head, something, if only, that somebody or, would die, not cholila, something protracted, whatever it is. I'll just come home and he or she jumped off the window, I don't know what. It'll be ready-made, without any, I'll just go, I'll marry this one or that one, I'll be wonderful with it. If a person thinks about it, chas v'chalila, that person can kill himself. Yeah. It's very, the klal is the person should keep away from machshavos, be careful with your machshavos. It says, let's expound a little bit on this. Somebody wants to go, it's like Sedova Shebekdusha, to go to Eretz Yisrael, like, say, to go to Eretz Yisrael, or the Tzaddik Amiti. I think sort of like make this a little bit. This is much better. Somebody wants to go over, like going to Eretz Yisrael to a true tzaddik. He has tremendous obstacles on his way. Each one according to his inyan. And the more a person forces himself to be b'shabbat this minyas, the more that a person is adamant that he wants to break all the obstacles and to overcome all the obstacles and do what needs to be done, the more they're growing. And the more that the thing that he wants, the coveted thing, is really precious. And the obstacle is like, the preventing obstacle is like, it spreads out until it is that it's hard, and it's impossible to break. Especially to do something really great, like to go to Eretz Yisrael, he sees you don't have any money, or for expenses, and dangers along the way, especially when there are wars around, like in Ukraine, remember, what they said, to go, not to go, there's war, there's not, whatever. And many, stayed away because of this. A person that really puts his mind really, really strongly, and he concentrates to think of his tachlis. And he strengthens himself in a strong rotzon. He doesn't let go of his ambition. And not only this, like he fortifies himself, he puts himself, he like stokes the flame of his rotzon. To come there. And he says, "That's what I want to do. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go there and go whatever." And the Kodesh Baruch Hu does wonders with him. And the Kodesh Baruch Hu does with him, with a wondrous way, until a person is zoche to come there, but there hashgocha niflo, with in an unbelievable hashgocha. It's mamash doesn't make any sense al pi derech hateva that a person should get there. Even though he did mamash a miracle, it's not like a miracle mamash happened. B'Yizgalia k'mo Elisha v'Eliyahu v'Pinchas ben Yoel, Shebokas amar bigdiam, that they split the water with their clothes. They roll up their clothes and make like a staff out of it, and they hit the water split. Anybody who really notices to the wondrous sibas that the Kodesh Baruch Hu is misabed with him, that the Kodesh Baruch Hu, leads him with, בהשגוחוסו הנפלא, with tremendous השגוחה, עד שבא לשם הוא רואה ניסים ונפלאות. A person can come to the place, he sees miracles, שכמעט שהם גדולים מבקיע הים בנס, that is bigger than splitting the sea, miraculously in a natural way. כי זה לא היה רק לפי שור. That was just temporarily, the sea split or the river split or whatever. ואלו, whatever happened with you, השגוחס, הסיבוס, הנפלוס, היו כמעט בכל יום, בכל שבוע. It was like every single day, every single week. וכן בעניין פרנוס הסעוד, and the same thing with the פרנוס of a person. שהמאמין רואה נפלוס השם בכל עת. Anybody who has אמונה sees the miracles of הקדוש ברוך הוא at all times. ממש, at all times. איך פרנסו בהשגוחו הנפלא לבד, how his פרנסו comes with tremendous gocha. You don't know. Usually, you're worried, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'll make a plan like this, I'll go like this, I'll do this, and then suddenly the issue comes totally from left field. You get like, the one thing you didn't bank on, didn't even think about it, this is where the issue comes from. This is where כי אף על פי שהוא עושה איזה עסק ומלוכו, even though, you do some kind of עסק, אף על פי כן, הוא רואה שבכמה פעמים לא מצליח. Sometimes you do it and you're not successful. ולא מצליח כמה עסק כזה. וכשהשם ישבח רוצה, הקדוש ברוך הוא once, מסובב בהשגוחוסוי, הקדוש ברוך הוא שם את ההשגוחה פרנסו בדרך נפלא. הוא גילה את פרנסו in an unbelievable way. הוא מזמין לו רווח and he gives him profit בדרך נס, ממש in a miraculous way, in an unnatural way. המלובש בתוך הטבע, that is cloaked within nature, but it's really totally beyond nature. כי פתאום בא לו רווח שלא על דעתו כלל. Suddenly something happens and the furthest thing from his mind, didn't think about it בכלל. ואיש להעריך בזה. There's no, you can't, wax poetically about this. כי יכלו לבוא נראות, you can talk about it until the cows come home. אבל מאמין וחפץ באמס, יבין כל זה. But somebody that believes in the emes, he will understand all this. אבל זה לא מה זה עשה אלוקים. However, הקדוש ברוך הוא did this, opposite this. שגם הולך לדבר עבר חס ושלום ושם את ירגוס לדבר עבר, או שרוצה לעבד או ילום ואלה לכם מרחקים ללמוד מה שעשו חכמים לזן. Everybody wants to go to Paris, to go to, the university, wants to do whatever it is. What Chazal said, learn philosophy. What Chazal said, you should not do it. שהם חוכמס חיצוניוס, to learn, וללך בדרך שרירוס ליבורה, and go, whatever his heart desire. גם בהם נמצאים הרבה, שאין מוצאות המחכים כזה. By them you can also find, they don't have the money, to go to the Sorbonne, to go to Harvard, to, I don't know, whatever. וגם שמניאס עצום is also they have like unbelievable obstacles. מה שנדבש, אין בערך התאר לבוא לשם. Naturally, there's no way they can possibly bring this about. אך הם מסגברים ברוצן חזק, they fortify themselves, they with tremendous strength of character and ambition, עד שהשם יסבורך וסבב להם סיבוס עד שבאים למה שרצו, until they come to whatever it is they want. לעקור אותם משני אלמוס, to yank them from both worlds, from אל מזן או אל מבוא. השם ירחם. כי בדרך שאולם רוצה ללך, the very same way that a person wants to go, הולכים לעשות. That's the way a person goes. והרוצן יש לו תוקף גדול, and ambition and will has tremendous strength. בכל זה מכנס גודל הבחיר. All this is because it is the cardinal rule of the Bria, of creation, is the freedom of choice. לכן בכל הדברים שבעולם, the same thing with all the things in the world. אי אפשר לבאר הכל. It's impossible to explain it all. אך החילוק וההפרש יכולים הכל להבין. But the difference between the good and the bad, everybody can understand. כי זה האיש הכשר, that kosher person, this הלך person, הלך היד, כל יסוד כוונוסו ורצונו, the foundation of everything he wants and his ambition, ובשביל התכלס האחרון, is for the tachlis, for the reason for the reason for being, for why this world was created. That he gets himself into the habit to look what's going to end, what's going to be the end with him. What will he do with his last day? Remember your Creator while you're still young. כמו שאמרו חז"ל, בוראך וערך בוראך. בוראך is your Creator, וערך, that's the well that you're drinking from, and that's your parnasa. Borecha, that's the hole in the ground that ultimately a person is being put into. While from the point of creation throughout the point of life, and you have to worry about parnasa, remember Borecha, remember also the last hole, the last, ditch in the earth where a person is put afterwards. The wise person, he has his eye in his head. He doesn't go with his eyes wide shut. Basically most people, when they go around this world like in a trance, like hypnotized. And the hypnotized is one thing that he's a doctor. One thing that he's a computer programmer. One thing he's a movie star. But that's what he is. He's a movie star. He doesn't understand. This is the dimion. This is what he's working at. His miktsah. This is whatever it is. There's a dimion that he's this, is that, he's a big expert. But he thinks that this is who he is. Right. He thinks this is who he is. He says, he's walking around life with his eyes widely shut. He says, open up your eyes, take a look at what your life is all about, and keep it in mind. In the very beginning of your world, you'll see what's going to be at the end. And all your desire and your ambition to really to knock on the Baruch Hu, to separate yourself from all the bad times, all the bad vices, and chap good all the days of his life, for the final destination. And the bad one is totally the opposite. All he wants is oil mazeh. He wants to be a billionaire. And his bad desire of his heart. And the way that a person wants to go, this is how he's led. Not somebody who comes to purify himself, he gets assistance and aid mishamayim. Anybody that comes to become Tomim, they open it up. Kodesh Baruch Hu gives everybody thoughts and svaras and opinions and point of views in his own das, that you will be able to do whatever it is that you want. Until that one which is cholek and kofer, he has a koyach loimer svaras v'chochmot shel hevel, to say the svaras of shtus and hevel, and to mislead himself and others. The truth is by him. But the truth is its own witness. And somebody who really wants the truth, he sees really where